bliss, sip, bliko, sip, yogini, sip, eru, sip, रू eru और एक रू दोनों आ गए और एक sip Vara Lakshmi, the new person. I can't see you, but welcome to the call since you're a new person joining today. I think this is a guest of Girish. And rest of you I can't see. Please pardon my bad throat because we were singing all through Shivaratri. And I hope you can make sense. The administrator is putting up the message for today. And today's message is a very interesting message. Very interesting question. Who would like to try? I'm not able to. Yes. Does everything happen as per law of karma or God's will? Does everything happen as per law of karma or God's will? Who will try?
May I, Guruji?
Rumataji, bolo.
Guruji, it is according to law of karma. What we sow, we get it. We have to reap that.
आप इतने confidence से कैसे बोलते हैं?
नहीं गुरुजी ऐसे ही है. We everything is life is karma, karma is life.
So
Everything is.
मतलब आप तो God's will को निकाल के कचड़े के डब्बा में डाल दिया.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है. प्रभु में तो पूरा फेथ है. पर लॉ ऑफ कर्मा तो वही है आंसर.
तो अच्छा ठीक है हम और किसको भी सुने. क्या ब्लिको क्या कहता है. ब्लिको, सुदीप एंड गिरीश 3 स्टॉलवर्ड्स बोलना चाहते हैं. हाँ हमारे अभी ग्रुप में ना हम तो कुछ भी नहीं. हमारी बोल के कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है अभी. इतने स्टॉलवर्ड्स हो गए.
ऐसा नहीं है गुरुजी. आपकी वैल्यू है. आपसे ही सीखा है सब कुछ. आपसे ही सीखा है जो भी सीखा.
सच बात ये है कि हम सब एक हैं. अगर हम we are all one but we don't realize it. If only 2 people can realize we are one, those 2 can become such a powerful force. Even 2 people cannot realize we are one. Only 2. I'm not talking about we all. If only 2 people can realize that we are one, you know what a force it can become?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a big challenge. So let us move on to Bliko. Bolo Bliko.
Yeah. Shivam Sip, Shivam everybody.
Sure.
Yeah. So everything is happening as per the law of karma, and it is set and governed by God, who is supreme power, who is managing all this thing, but it is not his will. It is will of an individual who do the karma according to his mind and ego, and then he generates his whatever the karma, which comes in the form of the whatever happening in the life of his own. That's my answer. That's...
Okay. So let me see in this group who can give the perfect answer. You all are giving good answers. Let me see if anybody in this group can give. Any divine soul. Sudeep Bhargava. Your answers are correct, but is your answer perfect? Yes, Sudeep Bhargava.
Sir, in my opinion, the law of karma does hold true. So the things will unfold as per my karma. My karma can be seen as my will as well, because I have a choice to make. But what I would like to do is to write a power of attorney and hand over my rights of performing a karma to God. That you take a decision on what karma should I perform, or you perform through me. I give up my will. Like we sign a power of attorney. So I want to sign the power of attorney and give that rights to him. You take that call. That's how I would like it.
Your analogy can take people for a merry-go-round.
Okay, so you can correct it.
How will people get to understand your? I can understand your analogy. How everybody will understand your analogy? The question is very simple. Does everything depend as per law of karma or God's will? You take us for such a big ride. How anybody will understand? So please tell us. Does everything depend on law of karma or God's will?
It depends on our karma, sir. But we should act as an instrument of God.
And so what will happen?
So that then the karma doesn't belong to me.
And so what will happen then?
then I just become his instrument. Then I'm going beyond the karma.
But you're not answering the question. What you're saying is absolutely right. What you're
Okay.
saying is absolutely right. But you're not answering the question.
Somebody's
So can you try to answer the question?
So can you repeat the question? Maybe I did not understand it properly. Sorry.
The question is, does everything happen as per law of karma, or is it God's will?
No, I would prefer it to be the God's will then.
You would prefer it. So everything is not happening as per karma in your life, everything is God's will.
Yes, if it's a choice between the two, I will pick up God's will.
No, it's not a choice. We are trying to, in your life, what is happening? Is it happening as per law of karma or God's will?
No, things are unfolding as per my karma only. That's what I'm saying. But my karma should not, I would prefer, that's why I'm using the word prefer, that
Okay.
that karma should be decided by God's will.
You have the right answer on your tip, but your mind is not letting you give the right answer.
That's
Soham,
possible.
Soham,
Yes, that's
I feel the short answer is all depends on one's karma. If karma is good, we enjoy it, we say. If it's bad, then we suffer. That's it.
so nothing depends on God's will, does it?
No. God's will only if you surrender totally, then it's God's will. But still, law of karma is the issue which will bring us here on this
Dasi,
earth,
Dasi.
and
You gave the right answer and you ate up the answer.
yes.
You just now gave the right answer. You don't even know you gave the right answer. You know
What's the right answer, please?
You just told it. You just said, but you don't know what you said.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I tell you? Should I tell you what you said?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So did anybody catch what Dasi said? Dasi gave the right answer, and Sudeep was trying to give this right answer.
Surrender word.
So wait. So here comes the answer. Dasi, you gave the answer, but the answer is this. The question is, does everything depend on God's will or law of karma? Dasi said, everything depends on karma. 100% right. But
Yeah.
Dasi also said, unless you surrender now, the moment you surrender, then there is no karma. Dasi, pay attention.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
moment you surrender, then Sudeep, what you said comes into picture. Then you are not Sudeep Bhargava. Where are you? You are not there. You don't exist. There is no mind and ego. There is no me. So therefore, Rumataji, pay attention.
Thank you.
And Dasi, did you know what you said? You said it inadvertently. It was the soul in you, the Ru in you that spoke. Do you realize what you spoke? Do you realize?
Yeah, absolutely. But the question is, the fact remains that if you surrender, then there is no question of karmic.
Exactly, you got it. So when you surrender, then there's no law of karma.
Yeah.
Karma disappears. Then what happens, Dasi? Then how does life unfold? When you surrender, how does life unfold?
When life unfolds, I don't know.
When you surrender, life unfolds not as per karma, but as per God's will. As per God's will.
God's will. Okay.
So I don't know how many of you understand this completely. How many of you want to understand it further? Very important. But Girish, you want to say something, Girish? Yogini Ashok Nichani. Yes, Girish.
Whatever is happening is neither solely through karma nor through God's will. For anything to happen, 4 factors are required. A man should be there, an instrument should be there, he should perform action, and cosmic power should allow its result.
Correct.
All 4 factors are necessary. If everything is left to God's will, without any action, nothing will happen. God's
reading,
will means
you're talking,
earth is going around.
you're
Many
talking
things,
from,
our birth and death happens. Everything is through that cosmic power.
you're talking from Upadesa Sara? Where are you talking from? Or from fourth factor? Where are you talking from?
Yes, yes. Without the fourth factor's grace,
So let me
nothing will happen.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Point one. Everything in this world only happens as per karma. Nothing happens other than karma. Are we clear about it? Please pay attention. Everybody, please pay attention. Very, very important. Everything in this world happens only as per karma. Part one. Part two. What happens? What happens to an enlightened being? What happens to a realized soul? To realize soul, there is no karma. To realize soul, he has gone beyond karma. He doesn't perform any karma. Like Sudeep said, I prefer to be an instrument of God. The moment you become a realized soul, then there is no karma. Then what happens? Then if you surrender to the divine will, everything happens as per the divine will. Remember this, then Girish, there is no 3 factors, 4 factors. These 3 factors you're talking about, Girish, is when, Girish, when we are behaving as body, mind, and ego. In that case, these 3 factors work. And even in that case, there is a 4th factor, a factor beyond man's comprehension. Do you agree on that, right? So therefore, we may do everything, but we may not attain the result. But my dear friends, in this call today, I'm trying to take you one step ahead. I'm trying to make you understand a very divine point. And the divine point is this. The point is this. Do things happen as per karma or as per God's will? The man who's behaving in a normal way and he thinks it's happening as per God's will is completely wrong. And a man who's enlightened and he thinks it's happening as per karma, he's completely wrong. So it's a conditional thing. I hope you all understand. I do not know how many of you understand. Who would like to explain it? I would like you to explain. I don't know if Eru was talking to me on this today. If Eru wants to explain, she can. But Yogini, first you.
Sir, actually,
Sure.
I too wanted to tell the same thing, that the law of karma means what you sow, so you reap.
Correct.
But when the time comes of reaping and it is not in favor of us, we have to immediately surrender to the Lord. We cannot use our intellect or anything to do further wrong karmas.
I'm confused. Why are you saying in the time of reaping? I got confused. You confused me.
Because when you sow, you don't know what you are sowing. But when you...
No, why you don't know what you're sowing? Of course you know what you're sowing. You're sowing apples or mangoes or pineapples. You know what you're sowing. You know what you're doing. You know your deeds. You're not doing your deeds like nobody's forcing you to act. You're acting with your own free will. Whatever you're doing is your karma. You plant, what you sow, so you shall reap. So where is your confusion?
The confusion was that I thought when we sow, we don't realize what we are sowing.
How does it matter, Komal? How does it matter, Yogini? Whether you realize or you don't realize. Whether you realize you're planting thorns in your garden or roses or pineapples. It doesn't matter whether you realize or you don't realize. What you plant, that will come. You agree? You plant apples, you will get apples. It's not what you think, what you understand. No. The question is, therefore, everything happens as per karma.
Yes.
When does it happen as per God's will? When does karma stop acting is the question.
When we surrender.
When will you surrender?
When it is not in our hands.
No, that is not correct. You are talking about helplessness situation. In a helplessness situation and you surrender, still only karma will work. God's will not work. Pay attention, Yogini. As long as you think you're Komal, you're the body, mind, ego, whatever karma you do, that is the law of karma. What you do is what you get. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
When is it that karma doesn't work and only God's will work? When you are able to give up all karma, when you are able to be enlightened, when you realize I am not Komal, these are not my deeds, I don't do anything. Prabhu, main kuch nahi karta, sab kuch aap karte ho. Then there is no karma. And if you surrender in that situation, then what happens? If there is no karma and you surrender, then what happens?
Then I'm enlightened.
Then what happens? Karma unfolds or God's will unfolds?
God's will unfold.
Why God's will unfold? Your answer is correct. But why?
Because I have told that it is not I understood that it is not me who's doing this.
You didn't understand. You didn't
Realize.
understand. You realized.
I realized.
When
I
you realize,
realized that I am not doing.
and then?
And then I surrender to the
And then?
Lord.
When you realize and you surrender, then what happens?
So those karmas are not mine.
Yeah, but then no karma. So what happens? Only God's will unfold. Whatever God wishes, that will happen. So I think you are losing the track on the question. Who wants to speak? Ashok Nichani.
Shivam Sarji.
Shivoham.
Sarji, everyone is having a karmic account.
Correct.
Positive and negative. There
Correct.
may be lakhs and lakhs of negative accounts.
Correct.
So when our karmic account comes to nullifying,
Yes.
then it's God's will. He wants us to go a little more further or not.
Okay. So when does the karmic account come
So
to
only
nullified? When does the karmic account get nullified?
When the person is going towards enlightenment and all his negative karmas are being pardoned.
Pardon. Okay. Then what happens?
Like if their karmic account is there, when the account becomes equal, then it is God's will which will work.
Ashok, be very clear in what we are talking about. My dear friends, Ashok, Yogini, the rest of you, I think, are getting the point. I'm not sure, Atmat Rai, Kumar Swami, whether you're getting the point or not. We are asking very clearly. Ashok Nichani, Yogini, please pay attention. The question in life, what happens? Is it the law of karma or God's will? So what is your answer, Ashok?
It is the law of karma, Sarji, first of all.
And then?
Then when we are liberated from that bad karmas, then
Correct.
it is God's will.
When will it be God's will? After being liberated, what must we do?
We must go towards enlightenment.
No, you're already enlightened. You're already liberated. Not when we are going towards. Ashok, be clear, Ashok. As long as, okay, let me give it an example in your name. Who are you?
I'm Sip.
No, you are not Sip. You're Ashok Nichani.
I'm Sip.
No, don't say you're Sip.
Yes.
You are Ashok Nichani.
Okay.
What is happening in your life today?
Okay.
Is everything that happened in your life today? Is it your karma today what happened or God's will? What happened in your life today?
According to karma, it happened.
Correct. So everybody's life is
Today it
happening
happened
as per
according to karma.
Whether it is Bridget, Gautam,
Karma.
Rekha, everybody's life, what happened today, it was karma. Correct?
Karma.
Suppose
Yes,
today
agreed.
suppose today you are enlightened that I am not Ashok Nichani, I am Sip, I am the supreme power. Then do you have any karma?
No, I don't have any karma.
So then there is no law of karma that's going to happen tomorrow in your life. So then,
Okay, Sarji. Okay.
then if you surrender to the divine, then what will happen tomorrow? If there's no karma that's going to happen tomorrow, what will happen tomorrow?
If we surrender, then After that, it's God's will,
Correct.
I think.
So you got the answer or not?
Yes, I got the answer.
I don't think you got the answer. Although you spoke the answer.
Yes.
Although Dasi
After-
told the answer. Tell me, Ashok Nichani.
Yes, sir.
If you got the answer, explain to me.
No, Sirji, it's after our karmic account is closed and we surrender.
Yeah.
We are liberated from all our karmas.
Then
it's God's will.
Amazing. Amazing clarity. I'm clapping. I don't normally clap on the call. Okay. So Bridget is asking a quick question before we go on to Girish Pawan. Bridget says, I think it's the law of karma. Life is repetitive overall. Only your role in the story changed. Times, place, seconds changed. But your me and ego recast the story in a different role. Bridget, you are right. But Bridget, when you are enlightened, when you are enlightened, then there is no karma. Then all your karma is dropped. Then
I understand this, but what happened with the day life, the day by day life? I have to make my day, my thing, my job, everything.
No, you don't have to do anything. Because when you are enlightened, you become an instrument of God. Look at me today. I don't do anything. I don't worry about my food. I don't worry about my clothes. I don't worry about my work. I just surrender. I surrender. Who does everything? I do. Karma do. Who does in my life? Who's controlling my life today? You know who's controlling my life?
God will.
Huh?
God will.
Sip.
Yeah.
Sip is controlling my life. I don't know. Today, what I'm going to talk to you, do I know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to talk to you. Who's talking through me?
Sip.
Got it. So is there any more karma? Any more karma for me?
I don't think so.
No karma. Why no karma? Tell me why no karma for me. Why?
Because you abandon.
Because?
You abandon everything.
Exactly. I abandon everything. I am nothing. I am nobody. But you are not like that. You are Bridget. You are bliss and blessed. And you are all that. I am not that. I hope you
understand now.
You understand now or no?
Yes, I understand now. But how I can do?
By becoming like me, you become nothing. Become nothing.
Yeah.
Can you become nothing?
Probably.
So you try it out. Girish, what do you have to say, Girish?
When one realizes that I am neither the Karta nor the Bhokta,
correct,
then divine will starts getting executed through my action.
Correct.
Even though I do the action, it will not have the glue of karma. It won't stick to me. It will not create any vasanas.
Correct. Why?
For producing results, action is still needed because I am not the doer.
But why there is why no karma is created? Why?
Because it is not created as I. It is the execution of will of God.
Because my actions are not
with the intention of producing any results for me.
I seek nothing from I need nishkam karma. What Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita? Nishkam karma.
Yes.
You have no expectations. So when you reach that level, when you have no expectations, then you reach that state.
Yes.
I hope you are clear about it. Thank you, Girish. Pawan, you want to say something? Direct focused question. Pawan.
Yes, sir. On the topic today. So basically, the topic is about the divine will. But I really enjoyed the session when you were doing the divine will versus free will. Then I want to just tell, I want to get that in here so that again I want to revise myself and just get this topic straight. So basically, when the free will, through the free will, we can, when we surrender through the free will to the divine will, the free will becomes the divine will, and the divine will becomes a free will. Like that part is very much like it's bringing me joy. That the explanation of that part is
if you are trying to confuse everybody in the call, you have succeeded.
Oh my God, no sir, no sir. I mean,
so please don't do that. Okay, if you have a clear question, you please ask the clear question. Okay, please have clarity in your mind, Pawan, and then come back. You have some amazing questions in the past. Who would like to ask any more questions on this subject? Very important for this journey of enlightenment. Very important for this journey of liberation, my dear friends. Everything happening in our life, everything happening in our life is happening as per karma. But the moment we realize I am not I, when we realize my actions are not my actions, when we realize that I am a manifestation of the divine, when we realize I am nothing, He is everything, when we have no desire for fruits from our action, no expectations, then there is no more karma that is unfolding. When we surrender, what happens is the will of the divine. Yes, who was asking a question? Who's asking a question? Rekha Chaudhary. Rekha Chaudhary. Atmatre. Yes, Atmatre.
Okay, sir. Shivam, sir.
Sure.
If one person get enlightenment,
yes.
but after that he drank wine or did bad karmas, it will be his work, no?
It depends. If a person is enlightened,
yeah,
then ideally he should not be doing karma.
Correct.
But if a person is enlightened and he falls, he becomes a body, mind, ego. He becomes trapped in the sense gratifications. He becomes trapped in me, mind, and ego, and starts performing karma. Then he's trapped. Then his enlightenment is of no use. But
yes.
But.
Okay.
That means that man was not enlightened.
I see.
Because if you are really enlightened, you will not get trapped.
Okay.
If you are fully enlightened, you will not get sinking. You will not sink in karma, and sink in. You may have a desire. You may make a mistake, but you will immediately bounce back in moments. But you will not suppose. Okay, suppose you are an enlightened person, and you get lost, and you are a very rich man, and you buy one Mercedes Benz, but you realize, hey, why did I buy a Mercedes Benz? I'm a rich man. I don't need Mercedes Benz. I'm enlightened, and you dispose it. Then you're fine. You're back to enlightened person. But if you buy one Mercedes Benz and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 10 and 20 and 100, that means what? That means what? That means you are not enlightened. That means you were never enlightened. You understanding or not understanding?
Yes, I am getting.
So, Atmatre, for your reference, the point is this: as long as we are living as an ordinary man, we are doing karma, and we are controlled by the law of karma. Clear, right?
Correct.
Every ordinary man is doing karma and controlled by law of karma.
Right.
But what about the enlightened soul? The enlightened soul is not doing karma.
Yeah.
The enlightened soul is not controlled by the law of karma.
Correct.
Then what is happening in his life?
He's
in that case,
living as a yogi.
He's living as a yogi. And what is unfolding in his life? How it is unfolding? If there is no karma, what is unfolding in his life?
he is live as a Shivgyani Jan Seva.
Correct. But what is unfold in normal person life, the law of karma is unfolding. In
Correct.
this yogi's life, what is unfolding?
God's
God's
will.
will.
God's
God's-
will. Correct. Yeah. Okay, you're clear about it. Be very clear, all of you.
Yes,
Please be crystal clear.
Correct.
Don't be confused.
No.
Okay. Bliko,
No
you want to
confusion.
say something, Bliko?
Yes. Shivam, I want to ask that the karma cycle will stop generating further karmas in enlightened person when he realizes that he is nothing, right? But whatever the sanchit karma will still in action, because the arrow is already gone, and that person bodily maybe he will suffer, right? That is because of the our sanchit karma. Like any enlightened person also get sick, and then and his body gets suffer because of some injury or whatever.
So your question, I'm just repeating, is while an enlightened person is not controlled by the law of karma, what happens to the 100 janmas of karma in the sanchit karma? That is your question.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story of the man who was behaving like a rat man? Have I told the story to you?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
So there's a man who thought he was a rat, Mickey Mouse. So every day night, what he used to do, he used to get up from his bed and he used to tell his wife, "Hello, darling, I am Mickey Mouse. You are Minnie Mouse. I am a rat and you are a ratty and I love you." And he would go to the fridge and he would look for cheese and he wants to eat cheese because he thought he's a rat.
Right.
The lady spent a lot of money and took him to a psychiatrist and spent a lot of money. And the psychiatrist made him understand, "Hello, listen, you show the photograph. Rat has 4 legs. You have 2 legs. Rat has whiskers. You don't have whiskers. Rat has big ears like Mickey Mouse. You don't have." After 3 months of therapy, that man understood, I am not a rat. The lady was very happy. She paid the fees. Then he left the clinic and he was walking with his wife, holding her hand and saying, "I love you, darling. Now I know I am not a rat. Now I know I am your husband." As they were walking and going, on the signal light, sitting on the wall, was a big, huge cat.
Okay.
So now when he saw the cat, he turned and he running back into the doctor's office. He banged the door and he asked the doctor, "Doctor, doctor, doctor." The doctor said, "Kya hua?" He said, "Doctor, you know I am not a rat. I know I am not a rat. But who will tell that damn it cat that I am not a rat?" Did you understand the answer or no?
No, it's clear. Not clearly.
Because you have not realized it, you are asking the question. This man has not yet realized he is not a rat. My dear Bliko, the moment you have given up karma of this janma, you have also given up karma of all janmas. Because the me, that karma belongs to, sanchita karma belongs
Karma
to
belongs to
me.
me. Yeah, that's
Correct?
clear.
And where is the me? Is the me existent or not
Gone.
existent? So
That's
who does
gone.
the karma belong to? Who does the sanchita karma belong to?
Me, right?
But the me doesn't exist. So who does it belong to?
Nobody.
So
It's
you're clear
gone.
now? Now you're
Yeah.
clear or not clear?
Now I'm clear, but my question is little bit different. Like,
Yes.
still the people will see the body of the enlightenment person, right?
Let the people see. Okay.
And it will suffer because of whatever pain
No.
comes.
No.
The body will suffer. I'm not telling a person will suffer.
No, no.
Body
You're
will
saying, no, the body may suffer, but I'm not the body.
Yeah, you know, but people will see that the enlightenment person has sick, he has this cancer or that cancer, and he will suffer. His body is suffering, but he is not suffering.
No, you said the enlightened person has cancer. Sorry, no.
Oh, sorry. No, his body has cancer.
The body of the enlightened person has cancer. Be clear in your words.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue. So therefore what? What clarity you need?
So means people will think that because they don't know what is realization, they will think that this person is suffering.
Let them think. How does it matter?
But it doesn't matter to the person who is enlightened.
Yeah, because he has no karma.
And they will think that, oh, he has enlightened, still he is suffering. Because of that ignorance, they will think that.
They will think, but he doesn't suffer.
He doesn't suffer.
Because it's just like It's just like my car is punctured. If my car is punctured, I am not punctured.
I'm not punctured. Yes. Got it.
Now clear, or you're still any doubt?
Now very clear.
Okay. And remember the story. Remember the story. He said,
Yes.
I know I am not a rat, but who will tell the cat? Shivoham, bolo. We are closing. Just 2-3 minutes to go. So please be quick, everybody who comes running in the last minute. Yes, Rekha, tell me.
Is we meet all our relationships are our past karma?
What do you mean?
I mean, the people in our lives, like everybody.
Everything happening in your life is unfolding as per past karma. That is clear. So what is your question?
Like, I know that, but I'm talking about our relationships. Like, I met you. Is it my karma?
It is on twin karma. You could, I came into your life, it may be karma. You could have ignored me and you could have gone. You would never know me. So life is a combination of our past karma and our present karma. Our present karma is what we choose from free will. Therefore, it is what I call a twin karma. Just like when you walk. Can you walk with one leg?
No.
One foot, one leg, or you need two?
Two.
Why you need two? Because only when you have two, you can put one, correct?
Yes.
You need to walk like this. One, like this. So in karma also, past, present, a combination of two karmas, twin karma.
Yeah. But then children and a spouse, that is due
What
to
about
karma.
them?
Huh?
Twin karma.
Okay.
Your spouse did not become your spouse because marriages are made in heaven. That is bullshit.
No. Yes, that I know.
Marriages, if you did not want to marry your spouse, you could have refused. If somebody wants to divorce their spouse, they can divorce, even today. Suppose you're sitting on a nail like a dog and whining and crying. You can sit on the nail and you can cry. And if you want to get up from that nail, you can get up from that nail.
Get up.
Are you forced to be suffering?
No.
No, you are not forced. Don't ever think that you are forced. Nothing is forced upon you. Clear?
Yes. Clear.
So therefore, your spouse. See, for example, you have a child. Is because of God you have a child?
No.
No, you decided to have a child. If you did not have the act of intercourse, there would be no child. So don't blame God for it, or don't just say God. So everything happens as per past karma and present karma. Suppose you and your husband want to have a child. Can you have a child without God's will?
No.
No, that is His will. So be clear about it. That is your karma. That is His will through the law of karma. Not because He's sitting and deciding you should have a child or not. It all depends on your past karma. So if you understand this subject of enlightenment, it is very clear. It is like mathematics. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 minus 2 equals 0. You have to understand. It's like a science. Please be clear about it. Redmi. I think you're new to the call, Redmi. Would you like to ask a question?
Yes, sir. Sir, if anyone is taking money and they are telling lie, so what is that? Then they are telling a lie and they are not giving back. So what is that it mean by karma? What?
Somebody, you mean somebody like your friend or your relative or somebody like that?
Relative, love, family, everything.
Anybody. So somebody took your money and then your money is lost and you're wondering why it happened.
It is called karma again.
So let me explain to you for a minute, right? You're new to the call. First time you're coming, or you've come before on this call?
The first time coming, instead I come to that Shivoham.
Okay. So the point is, Redmi, it's like this. Nothing happens by chance. If somebody has taken your money, it only means that you have taken somebody's money before. Nothing will happen just like that. In this world, everything is unfolding as per karma. If there are apples on the tree, why not guava? Why apple? Can you tell me? Because we planted the seed. just like the seed you plant decides the fruit on the tree, the deed you plant decides your destiny. But I can answer your question again tomorrow at 8, because today the time is over. I hope I gave you the answer for now. You have any more anything now?
I'm not clear, but I'll ask more.
You'll come back. You can come back tomorrow. Please come
tomorrow,
at 8.
Yeah, daily I'll come. Daily I'll come.
And please ask your question at 8.
Yeah.
My dear friends, thank you for your patience, for
Thank
my
you.
lousy, bad voice, but I bow down to you.
Thank you. Shivoham.
Shivoham.